Oh, on that table 92, please. Yes, you're still waiting on 33.
Sausage cacciatore, shrimp fra diavolo split, that's the end of 602.
The dining room seats almost 400.
We will go through 3,000 people on a Friday.
The pizzas, pastas, and parms are big enough to feed a family.
You're gonna come here when you're hungry, and you're gonna leave full.
And the prices are so low, you'll feel like you're stealing.
Huge value for your money.
There just aren't many places around anymore like the Red Rose. And while the streets of downtown Springfield, Massachusetts have seen plenty of changes over the years, Red Rose has remained an institution.
It's a family restaurant. We do pizzas. We do real traditional Italian food. It's a loud and bright place, and you can come with lots of people and have like your Sunday dinner, not at home anymore, but having it at Red Rose. It's that kind of place.
And it's been that kind of place for more than 50 years, thanks to the hard work and dedication of the Caputo family.
My parents came from Italy in the early 1960s.
They didn't really know what they were going to get into, and then one day they just said, you know what, let's open up a pizzeria and let's see what happens.
My dad was in charge of the pizzas. My mom was in charge of everything else.
Just 10 tables, an old-fashioned jukebox, and an old-fashioned soda machine.
And the business started growing that way. It got a little bit bigger, and they're the American success story.
In fact, Nicola and Etta Caputo were so successful, they built one of New England's busiest and most enduring restaurants, which is run today by their kids Tony and Rita.
Tony and I are here all the time. If he's not here, I'm here. If I'm not here, he's here.
And when you eat with Tony and Rita, you eat well.
When you walk in here, you feel like you're walking into our house. My dad used to always say, when you're working or you're serving food and all that, make the people feel like they're actually coming to eat at your house. And when you're serving them at the table, like they're eating at your table at home. And that's exactly the feeling that people get when they come in here.
The menu at Red Rose is like a hall of fame of Italian comfort food, but this place was built on pizza, and that remains true today.
Pizza was our specialty from the beginning so many years ago, and then we just started expanding and growing and expanding the menu, but everybody knows Red Rose for their pizza. It's our signature.
All the dough is made daily. Everything's made fresh. We hand stretch, which you don't see that too often anymore. We make our own sauce. We shred our own cheese, all our own toppings, and we bake it right on the hearth.
So when you bite into it, it just got a nice crunch to it. The dough is soft all the way through. Everything's cooked perfectly.
It's a pretty hearty style pizza, real value.
In fact, these pizzas might be the best meal deal in Massachusetts.
Our small is like most restaurants medium. Our medium is like most restaurants large. Our large pizza is what most people might say is a party-sized pizza. And then they see our party-sized pizza and they're like, oh my God, what is that? That's our party-sized pizza.
And when you order one of these big boys, it really is a party.
30-inch oval, like giant football. The outside has all crust. If you want a middle piece with no crust, you get the middle. But people love our pizza around here.
A meal at Red Rose is the reason the word manja was invented. Appetizers include fried calamari, shrimp in a vodka cream sauce, and classically delicious eggplant rollatini.
Oh my God, it's gonna be like a symphony in your mouth. It's delicate, it's soft, it's buttery. Then you got the cheeses, the mozzarella, the ricotta, the parmesan, our marinara sauce. The flavors just all come together.
But the most popular appetizer has to be the homemade meatballs. And Rita will put hers up against anyone.
Everyone says they have the best meatballs. Of course, I think we have the best meatballs. They are homemade. We've been making them the same way for 52 years. They are a combination of beef and pork baked in the oven, and then they're topped with our marinara sauce. We sell a ton of them.
As for entrees, there's veal piccata, chicken marsala, and shrimp scampi. But if Tony's sitting down for a meal, he's ordering the zuppa de clams with plenty of fresh baked bread.
I'll get the zuppa de clams, and I'll just get a basket of bread, dip it in the juice, and that's a meal.
And for a full-on feast, there's chicken parm smothered with sauce and cheese and a baked lasagna so big you'll eat for a week.
The lasagna's homemade every day. We actually use our meatballs and crush them up. We have ricotta cheese, mozzarella cheese, parmesan cheese, your spices. It comes out in a nice casserole. It's piled really high. It's a big piece of lasagna.
Since Red Rose serves so many red sauce classics, the marinara here has to be perfect. And under Rita's watchful eye, it always is.
Being in this business for so many years, I can just look at the sauce and tell you if there's something missing from it.
She can see it. She can see the color of the sauce. Did they overcook it? Is it too deep red? Is it not red enough? Is there a little sheen of olive oil on it? Is there not enough oil?
I can even just tell by the smell to make sure that it's not over peppered or not too much salt. But when I stir it, I look for the garlic and I look for the basil. There's got to be plenty of garlic and plenty of basil in there. This is perfect.
And whether they're back in the kitchen, out in the dining room, or doing whatever else needs to be done, Tony and Rita Rita are proud to carry on a family tradition.
I'm so proud to say we're part of Red Rose. My mom and dad started it. We're going to carry it on. My children, my sister's children are in here. There's a sense of pride that you can't buy, you can't create. It has to be in you. And we have a sense of pride that just goes a long way.
A lot of work, but it's worth it. High five on that.
I know.